Hello everybody, welcome back to your favourite FIFA series on YouTube. It's Be a Goalkeeper, episode 29. And we have some big news. As you can see on the screen, we have been offered 40 grand a week to sign for West Ham United. And I thought, why not? Why don't I accept the first offer I receive? West Ham aren't the best team in the Premier League, but I think it's a good stepping point for me as a player. And here I am, stepping into my new home, West Ham United, greeted by David Moyes and Declan Rice. Now it's time for a first look at me in the West Ham United goalkeeper kit. It's grey on grey with my grey hair, looks beautiful with the black goalkeeper pants, trousers, whatever you want to call them. I look fantastic and hopefully we perform to the best of my ability for West Ham. One more thing I forgot is they bought me for over £100 million. So for that, I would like to leave 100 likes on this video, subscribe if you're new and turn your notifications on, and let's get into the first game for West Ham United. And that game is against Crystal Palace, and they have a star man on their team. Marcus Rashford plays for Crystal Palace. I don't think I'd ever see the day, but apparently he loves it there because look how well he's performing. Shot after shot on me. I made a decent save. He missed just that top corner, and then he does finally score 20 minutes into my Premier League debut. And Marcus Rashford has just been on top form like real life. He is unstoppable at the moment. I tried my best and I just couldn't stop him. He's incredible. Look at this. Ball is played to his feet, takes a little touch and wellies it past me. I did try my best at closing down the angle, but I feel like I should have stayed on my line a little bit, and that might have given me a better chance of saving it, but it curls a little bit at the end and sneaks into that near post. But either way, 1-0 down, and this is what I dealt with in the first half. Just pass after pass, and they never shot. I don't have a clue why West Ham don't shoot the ball. We're going to half-time interval losing, and we didn't even have one shot on target. I can't get it through my head. At this point, I thought, I've made a terrible mistake joining West Ham. They can't score any goals, and I'm under so much pressure instantly, and they have been all over us in the second half as well. I've made a few saves already. I'm glad that I can compete at the top level, but I'm struggling here because they score another goal. This time it's top bins. I think it's Ozil who scores this one. I think he's the player that gives the most bluntest interview ever. He just stands there, yep, I did a good job kind of thing. Either way, he scores a pretty decent goal. Defensively, we're pretty poor. I think it's Will Hughes in the box, pass it across, and he hits it first time, and the ball just flies into that top corner side net, and it's a decent goal. I don't think I could have saved it. Maybe my angles could be a little bit better, but now we're into the 73rd minute with our first shot on target. It's taken us that long to get one shot on target. Crazy stuff. I make another save, and then I get subbed off, which I think is a very poor decision. I've been performing pretty well. What happened? And then the game finishes 4-2, so Areola's come on and conceded the 2 goals in 15 minutes. Poor decision by Moyes, but now we move on to the next game against AFC Bournemouth, my old club, and it's a bit weird for me to be playing them so soon after leaving. I didn't think it would happen so quickly. Cheers, Danny, for taking over. It is Adeyemi with his second goal of the season already. My first time seeing him score. He did score in the last game against Crystal Palace. Obviously, we got subbed off and he came on for like 50 minutes and scored a goal. I can't believe it. And early on into this game, he scores another one. Left-footed past the goalkeeper. I think it's Neto in goal. Decent strike though. And Adeyemi, the perm boy, with a beautiful goal, put us in the lead. And another star signing we have got is Camavinga from Real Madrid. Who would have thought it? West Ham with Adeyemi and Camavinga and me. We have definitely spent the cash over the summer and brought in some star players. Camavinga is definitely not a player you expect to see on the score sheet, but look at the composure, just caresses that ball, side foots it into the side netting as well. Keeper is nowhere near the ball, and we are 2-0 in the lead against my old club. Couldn't get much worse. We're in the box again, little cross behind Adeyemi, but somehow he finds the back of the net. What a finisher, what technique. He has gotten him. 3-0 already in this game, 38 minutes on the clock. Ridiculous start to this game. Against Bournemouth, I kind of feel a little bit bad to be honest, but look at this. The ball is chipped across behind Adeyemi. It could have gone to Camavinga, but he takes control of the ball and smashes it past the goalkeeper once more. Look at the technique. Doesn't even know where it is, just swings his leg at it, drills it past the keeper, and I feel like this game could be over already. Bournemouth have done nothing, not even been in a half. It could get a little bit worse. Barron with the goal, making it 4-0, literally just before half time, and he drills it at the near post. I can't hear you! And then he decides to be toxic to the Bournemouth fans. Kind of love it, to be fair. Nothing wrong with a little bit of toxicity. But looking at the Bournemouth defence here, they have fallen apart big time. I've only been gone for like 2 weeks, I think, and they've just fallen apart. It's the left back who lets Bowen get in front of him. He just hits hits it as hard as he can. Keeper doesn't really stand a chance, and that is where the half-time whistle is blown. 4-0 up, and Bournemouth haven't even had a shot on target. Maybe they do in the second half. They do actually get an opportunity, and I am there to make the save, my first save of the game. And now into the 81st minute, the second half has flown by. Another weak effort, one more just before the end of the game. Another fantastic save, and just over the crossbar, and that is where the final whistle is blown. Let's have another little look at this replay. Take a little shot to the testicles, and I think it's Cook left-footed over the crossbar just. But I do keep my first clean sheet for West Ham, 7.2 rated. I played pretty well for what I had to do. Didn't really have to save too many shots. And then look at the fit check. Look at that, looks fantastic. The grey and black, beautiful. And now we move on to probably the biggest game of my career against Liverpool. We all know they're struggling this season in real life. What are they like in the game? Let's find out right here, right now. We're the first one of the opportunity, and look at the pass back just behind him. Misses completely. Salah with the first shot of the game on target. I am there to make the save. It's a pretty decent shot from Salah on his weak foot as well. Remember, he is left-footed, but he hits it first time on his righty. It does curl a little bit, but I've set my angles perfectly and read the ball and push it out wide for the corner. But again, this time they just get it past the post, pretty close. Panicked a little bit, and then Camavinga could have shot, tried passing it once more, and then look at that for a save. Ridiculous save, but Liverpool are putting the pressure on us now. Another save, I push it out, and gathered a little rebound, easy enough. But now Salah once more, get out quickly, but the ball falls back to a Liverpool player. They recycle it very well, hits it first time, bounced off the crossbar with a fantastic strike. But now the ball is cleared by us, and again, they get the ball back, and there's another decent effort from Jota. Very cheeky from him. Look at this, chips it up to himself, left-footed on the spin, hits it pretty well on the volley, but I'm there to push it out for a corner, and that's where the half-time whistle is blown, and we are holding on drastically to keep our clean sheet here. I've played out of my skin, and Liverpool are just on top of us the whole time, and into the start of the second half they do get a goal, but lucky for me, Jota is offside. Very lucky. I have no opportunity to save that at all. I did my best, but he hits it so hard straight past me. But have a look here. He is quite far offside. And knees width offside, you could say. Again, Liverpool have another opportunity. Fakes me out of a little free kick, and then it's Trent, I think, with the effort. I'm there to catch that easy as you like. Now to 65th minute, we do get a goal out of the blue. 65th minute is Cornet with it. What a strike. And surprisingly enough, we are in the lead. If I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be absolutely fuming because we have done nothing this whole game. We've held on by the skin of our teeth. But look at Cornet coming from that left wing position. Absolutely wellies it past Alisson. He has no chance. Trent tries blocking it. Kind of just jumps in the air. Now we just need to hold on to this lead, but Paqueta has a different idea. Cuts it back to Immobile, hits it first time, making it 2-0 into that side netting. You wouldn't believe it. It's ridiculous. We have absolutely snatched this game away from Liverpool. They're going to be losing their mind at this.
Now hug me, brother!
Immobile has been on the pitch for about 2 minutes and he has scored already. He's a bit old now, but he's still got that poacher's finish. Look at Paqueta though, charging to the box, brings the defender across, makes the space, and then Immobile caresses it into that side net, and Alisson doesn't really stand a chance. Maybe he could have put a little bit more effort into it, but 2-0 up against Liverpool, ridiculous. But they are not going to give up easily. They have another shot on goal. This time they hit the post, bounces across to Diaz. Easiest goal of his career, and I'm fuming I can't keep a clean sheet. For some reason I don't dive for the ball, I kind of move weird, but unfortunate for me it bounces perfectly to Diaz. Half the deficit. It's a decent strike though. Look at this little touch. He gets the ball drilled to his feet, touches it past two defenders in between them, and then Diaz is there to tap it in. Core foul, doesn't do anything good, just leaves him there all by himself at the far post, and he just taps it in. Nearing the end of the game now, we do get another opportunity. Paqueta tries slide shooting for some reason, but we do go on to hold the lead 2-1 and we win the game. 7.7 rating for myself. Look at that performance, ridiculous. Unfortunate to lose my clean sheet. Alisson with no saves at all. That seems to be the theme of opposition goalkeepers not making any saves. Now we're at the end of the transfer window. This is a quick look at the team, and we did lose Declan Rice, but we did bring Camavinga, Adeyemi and me. We spent a lot of money, but I'm a bit disappointed. Rice met me at the front door, greeted me, and then he left the club straight away after. Maybe he was passing the torch to me. You could have put it that way, but either way, I'm not even captain, so I'm very disappointed. But either way, we move on to the final game of the episode against Newcastle United, and we know they're absolutely flying in real life life can they perform like that in the game, but they are the first ones with a shot on target. They do get another opportunity here, but just past the post. Get very lucky the ball falls directly to him, but it just misses. And again, another wild shot past the post. I give it a little bit of a sympathy dive, but then Adeyemi doesn't need any sympathy because he gets another goal, this time on his right foot, and he finesses it past Nick Pope, putting us in the lead. And Adeyemi is ridiculous. He's scoring goal after goal, and I love the perm, to be honest. I'm a big fan of perms, but it's a ridiculous goal. Finesses it, takes a little touch, and if Pope kind of close down the angle, then he kind of backs out of it, doesn't make his mind up, gives Adeyemi the space in that side net end to make it 1-0, and that is where the first half ends, with the 1-0 lead. Now moving into the second half, and we are the first ones to create an opportunity. I think it's Tadic crosses it to Camavinga, and somehow that has worked its way into the back of the net. What is Nick Pope doing? He kind of just falls to the floor and lets it pass. It's an okay effort. The connection isn't great on the volley. You don't expect him to beat the goalkeeper from that. Goes up and gives David Moyes a little hug with Marcus Alonso. We won't talk about him, but we just need to talk about Nick Pope here. The ball's passed out to Tadic. No one closes him down. Chips it in the air. Camavinga does okay, like I said. I think David Alaba is a Newcastle centre-back, leaves him the space, but just bounces in front of Pope. He just kind of thinks it's an easy effort to save and lets it in. Puts us 2-0 into the lead. Now Newcastle have a big way to come back, and look out for some defending. Fantastic stuff from my centre-back. And then we try something super spectacular at the end of the game, and that is where the full-time whistle is blown, and we have won 2-0, and I kept another clean sheet. 2 for 4 isn't too bad in the Premier League. I will take it any day of the week. But sadly, that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to leave a like for the £100 million man himself, Mace. Subscribe if you're new, turn your notifications on, and as always, look after yourself, stay safe, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.